Hey everybody, how is it going? Hey Judy, whistle. No. Oh my gosh, sorry. I just saw somebody's question. Uh you're an old lady on meds. You're probably gonna do a live with Fred. Yeah, I wish. No, Fred's not here. I was hoping that like I said, it could still be any day, but probably not going to be on a weekend because things don't get done on weekends. I think she might be having morning sickness. We will wait. Thank you for being so courteous. Thank you. I mean, the struggle is real. No, I'm not, as far as I know, but these people are making me like second guess myself, like, wait, am I? But I think it's funny that PG knows that I'm pregnant before anybody, or even before I do. Like, wow. She is all knowing. If she knows I'm pregnant before I know I'm pregnant. Hey, Donna and Plant Diva. Let's see. Wait, who is today's wiener? Froggy, of course. Of course. Of course. What do you mean? Wait, what? Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, no, I'm not pregnant. I don't know why. If Laura really said that, I don't know why she would say that or where she would get that from. That I don't know why she would say such a thing. Somebody did. I don't know if they want me to tell who they are, but just they thought it'd be funny, or just to kind of show like I don't really care. I told them, they asked if something about ordering a test, and I said, sure. I mean, if you want to, sure, go ahead. So there's going to be one here tomorrow. So, oh no, tomorrow, be here. Is Friggy going to be here, and is my world going to be complete? Friggy. Finally, I mean, little Friggy, like, if we need big Friggy here first, before even there could be a little Friggy. Jam. She's our man. Oh, wait, shit. I better not say that like that. Oh, gosh. Should not say that. It rhymed. Gosh darn it. I haven't been over here a lot because of, well, just waiting on all this transfer stuff to hopefully get done, and everything with Fred. All that figured. Yeah, I know, guys. Bad joke. Like, wrong age. So, I love Jam. I would never say something in a hateful way. She knows that, I hope, right, Jam? So, right, Carrie, maybe, I mean, that's kind of what it takes, like at least I've learned in school back in like sex ed. usually it takes like a man to make a baby. So, I mean, once he's here, maybe it would be possible. But like I said, I haven't seen Fred for over 2 months. Literally, it's been over 2 months at this point. Since the last time I left there, gosh, it was like I don't know, it was the beginning of June when I was there. And yeah. And now all this pregnancy talk is like making me second guess everything and be like, oh my gosh, am I? Like, is there something that PG knows that I don't? Hey, Linda. Yeah, I didn't know whether or not to go live here or the other channel. But I haven't been on this channel for a while, and I was telling myself I was going to be consistent. And every time I start to do that, I fall off again. And it's just, I don't really get too excited to come on here to I don't care to joke around and, be silly, but the hatefulness and intentionally trying to like ruin somebody's life or cause problems, that's like no fun, obviously, especially if you're the one it's happening to. She knows I'm having a girl. Oh, okay. A water bong. Water bong. Are you talking about my drink? This? My water bong, yeah. I just have a big old water bong sitting here, yeah. That'd be real smart for me to have sitting here. When you guys, it's actually probably Biscuits, who's one of them that calls. Hey, Diana. Auntie Nana. Or no. Auntie No. I know, right? Exactly. Even if I was pregnant, I wouldn't be long enough for her to know the sex. Exactly. Or even me to know the sex, right? How long is it? I would be just maybe learning, possibly. I don't know, guys. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I knew immediately. I just felt a change. Like, I started getting sick to certain foods. That was like one of the very first signs I noticed. I noticed, like, well, for one, when I drank at that time, I still drank, and I had some wine or something, and it made me feel like weird, a way I never felt before. And it immediately made me feel like not a good feeling, sick feeling, but kind of a little bit different. And it just, I don't know, something told me I was pregnant. Because it just instantly made me sick. And also, like, when I lay on my stomach, it would feel uncomfortable. Even like at super early on, like it seemed like a month in. It seemed, I don't know how far along it was when I found out, but it seemed pretty early on. And it just, right away, it just felt this like uncomfortable feeling when you would lay face down. I think so too. Oh yeah, and the boob thing. when I quit drinking for good? It was about the time that I had my daughter that was done with drinking completely. Somebody sent me a picture of their, I guess it's a water bong. It's cute though. No, I'd be afraid to have something like that here just because it's illegal here in Indiana. So I can't risk that stuff right now. I had some alcohol here, guys, that I just threw out that had been here since back in the day when I dated Jason. Seriously, that same alcohol, because dude was alcoholic, so always freaking drinking. But anyways, neither here nor there. But it was still, I had some still in the fridge from all the way back then, and so just in case, like I threw even all that stuff out. You know, Fred's probation told him that they believe in Indiana. You know, he could be wanted, but no, he has no desire to drink. Plus, I think also in a way you have to. I don't know. It matters. Like in a way, you have to follow both states' rules. So, federal legalization. Oh, that's a good way to probably get her up there. A lot of people would be for marijuana legalization. All right, Luminous. Yeah, Carrie, I know. Even before exactly the period or anything, that was the boobs hurting. Oh, it was horrible. It was a different feeling than you never had felt before. Like a hurting that was so painful, you know, like not just, it was a very painful. But then your boobs look like really good. They look like all, you know, like they get really fake looking. No, but seriously, yeah, my boobs don't hurt at all. But like somebody said, though, they started getting me freaked out because they were like, because now they're starting to get me freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, am I pregnant? Because they're like, oh, it's been like 17 years since you've been pregnant or had a child. And every pregnancy is different. And I'm like, oh shit, it has been a freaking long time. Maybe it would be different. Maybe I wouldn't like notice. I don't know. I would think I would notice more so on the like second pregnancy, if I were. So I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it's possible for at all. Froggy for president. Yes. Yes. I'll vote for Froggy. For sure. Well, it's going to be interesting. I don't get into politics too much. But you guys are free to talk about whatever you want. It always brings some kind of heated debate. I misread something. Oh. So Anyways, it's so funny how I've like I've put out straight up. I do know. Look, when I put up silly titles like this, I cannot wait until little Friggy is here, then my whole world will be complete. To me, that sounds so sarcastic and ridiculous that it's obvious I'm joking, but I guess if you don't know me very well and you're just, maybe somebody would think that of that as clickbait, because then they'd be like, well, is she really pregnant? It's kind of reminiscent of the whole, I don't know. Actually, it's reminiscent of a lot of things here on YouTube. The stupidest things like people will believe. But now you guys got me freaking, you know how they say when it's like somebody trying to manipulate you or into believing something, and then you start second guessing your own self and wondering, like, wait, maybe this is true. Uh-oh. Are they? That's why I use them. I love the tags. I'm glad you noticed, Diana. Thank you for noticing. Thank you, Diana, for noticing the tags. I was hoping people would notice them. I just tagged Ziggy, Fred Hill, baby, and then name ideas ? I just would think people would know that was just being, and I already even said on my other channel that I'm not pregnant, and that's, but also at the same time, if I were, it wouldn't be really a secret, Of course, I would want to put something out like that. So it kind of would be, I was thinking I should probably maybe play along with it and then just be like, try to make PG feel like a horrible person for just putting out my birth announcement like that, or my baby announcement like that, like how stealing my thunder. How dare she steal my thunder? Take a pregnant woman's only opportunity to put out her birth or baby announcement. I keep saying birth announcement. One second. I like politics, but I'm just excited by it. Yes, I know. Uh-huh. Yes, exactly, Froggy. When I gave it, that's exactly the example I was going to use, the Diet Coke thing and the pure steer, but with that's even more ridiculous. So but so I should know better. People believe that, so of course they're going to believe I'm pregnant. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come here, Bandit. Come here. You are the worst freaking listener ever. He just sits there and stares. Sometimes I wonder if he's like got hearing issues or whatever. He wants me to come pick him up. He'll just sit there and sit there and sit there until I go pick him up. He won't come to me. What kind of dog does not come to you when you call their name? Like, really? Never seen a dog like that. But until I met Bandit, he thinks he's just so special that he doesn't have to come to me when I call his name. He could just sit there and stare at me and be like, bitch, you gonna come get me? It's like, that's how I feel when he looks at me like that. It's like a stare down. No matter how much I beg him and be like, come on, Bandit, come on, Bandit. Now he's looking at me like, what? He'll still sit there, just staring and staring and staring. Yeah, I can pick him up sooner, though, if he would run to me, like, sooner. So, is Kraken Cases live? Somebody was saying something about possible Cases was live. I don't know. I didn't see them being live. So, because I was definitely going to talk about that whole situation, because boy, oh boy, do I have a lot to say about that whole TikTok that Cam posted. If you guys hadn't seen it, stay tuned. We're about to get into that because it gets me really, really heated. I can't stand somebody blatantly like lying to my face like that, and to your guys' face, and to the whole public's face. People, everybody that's watching his video, sitting there blatantly lying to their faces under the guise of Christianity. Treating people like they're stupid. I know, right? Bandit does have me trained. A fake wish list. No, because then people will start no, they wouldn't. Because then maybe people would start buying stuff, but that's not, they wouldn't. People can look it up and see he is lying. I know. Oh, hey now. Hey now. You're telling all my secrets already, even before you get here? Oh, great. I can see how this situation is going to be. I can already see how this is going to be. He's going to tell me about everything. You already know enough. Now Fred's going to even tell even more of my secrets. Oh, really? Diana, is that the girl that is dating Jimbo's son? I'm glad she at least did that. All right. Good night, Froggy. Yes, Fred will keep you updated. Well, that's another thing, too. Speaking of lazy, he's not lying there. I'm like, been even lazier, too. And I'm like, oh, shit. When I was pregnant, I was super, super, super tired. And I was like, oh, fuck. Sorry about my language. Meant to say, oh, freak. But seriously, I was like, oh my God, does PG know something I don't? Like, holy crap. Wouldn't it be funny if I really was, and then I ended up having a girl, and then PG was right all along, and then it would just be like, PG must be this Miss, she knows everything. So that would just be the icing on the cake to prove it. She doesn't know as much as Lisa K, though. I think Lisa K knows more. We have to wait till Fred's in his second trimester to know the sex. Yep. Nope. We're waiting on you, Lori, to be the final determination to cast the final vote. your vote is going to be the one that determines Friggy's real name. Friggy's going to be his nickname, kind of like it's going to be one of his nicknames. I'm like, oh my gosh. One of his nicknames, like Andy Bernard's kid and Jody Sue's. Like, we don't know. He's going to have all kinds of different names. Friggy's one of them. Seriously, to this day, both me and Fred still are like, okay, when Andy Jr. comes up in conversation, even now, like, what do I call him? Andy Jr., Damien, what's the other names? Just Junior. Okay, Damien, Drew, Devil Child, still here. Bug, there you go. Yeah, that's another what Fred was saying too. He's like Booger. It was so funny him calling him Booger. I'm like, oh my god. He's like, well, that's what they call him. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Yeah, guys, I don't know if the screenshot that what PG showed, somebody was just showing me that screenshot of a message that was supposedly from Laura to PG saying that the whore is pregnant, I guess referring to myself. I don't even know if I believe that that's legitimate. On Beach Creek, he's known as Drew. Oh, yeah, her biggest little. There you go. There's another one, little. So I thought we'd follow the trend. At least we kind of keep our roots. Well, our child could keep its roots. Not mine. I'm not claiming Beach Creek. Has Fred asked Laura if she sent it? I don't think so, but that's a good question. Have you asked her, Fred? Fred thinks that she did, but I guess he would know. He knows her better than anybody, I would think. So I don't know why, but I always give her because I've seen over the years a pattern with PG that I just can't believe anything she says, and I do know, and also a pattern here on YouTube of these creators and how they'll edit screenshots and stuff, and she's really good with it too, or she has somebody, her grandchild or whatever, her great grandkids or whatever that are there that makes all her graphics and stuff. So I don't know if she's editing text and stuff. Oh yeah, that's right, Fred. Listen, she did, and everyone in Kingsport says she has. Is that going to get Kayla chick in trouble for saying her name? Anyways, that's right, but I did forget about that. Again, I forgot about that. Same thing as yesterday. I had forgot that somebody else, a local, who's friends with both Fred and Laura, was talking to Fred about how they had heard Laura complaining about me being pregnant. So I guess I don't know where she freaking got that. That's weird. Because Fred didn't tell anybody that, and and it's not true to my knowledge. So I mean, it only has been, but each year, it's like in cycles, Let's see. I need to bring up real quick. So that'd be Washington County, Virginia court records. We'll pull that up again. I should have had this pulled up, but just takes a second. I wanted to show you guys this. We're going to go over here in a second. This video TikTok posted by Kraken Cases, which is absolutely a straight up, he's straight up lying straight to your guys' face. It just pisses me off every time I think about it. I'm going to get really pissed watching it. Laura asked you 2 months ago and I told her no. Maybe she said it out of anger. But why? Why would she just say that out of anger, out of everything? Because that's not going to bother me. I guess people think that maybe she thinks it bothers me. I don't know. You saw his post? Oh, yeah, I have a lot to say about that. Yeah, which makes sense. That's why it makes me wonder if she's talking like that about Laura. Is this even? That's what makes me think: is it even real? Because I can't believe Laura's still talking to her after the stuff that she said about Laura. Laura might not be paying attention. She could still be using, which she might be. Very possible. I'm not gonna it's not my business. But of course, on top of that, people get paranoid. Bandit. Please, Bandit. And if somebody, all it took is, you know what? We don't see the rest of the text and what PP was saying before that. Come here. See, he won't. I'm going to spray you with water. I'm going to get you. Why is it not? Oh, he's like, what the hell was that? I just sprayed him with water. Someone told her Laura was mad because she was talking about her, and she said, I'm not talking about her. I'm not against her. Yeah, and see, that's what I don't understand. But if Laura's mad, I just don't. she was never the one that was always messaging a lot. So it's surprising to me. Like, and Laura said to Fred the last time they talked, she had only talked to PG once. So I don't know. At this point, like, I tend to believe Laura more than PG just because of the track record between, the history. His history is worse with lying. Laura posted a video on her Facebook, and when she was so high, she was falling to sleep and everything. Oh, really? Right, Lori. So, and then this person that comes out saying they claim that to be related to Cotton or Cotton's ex-wife, she better be very, very careful and better hope that that's really true and she's not making that up, because I talked to Cotton's ex-wife on the phone. And if it's the same one, then I just that doesn't make sense to me, because I've talked to her before. It just doesn't make sense to me at all. So it makes me wonder, did PG, that supposed Trisha that came into chat at PG's, was she really the real ex-wife of Cotton? I couldn't remember. It's been forever. It was back when it's been like a year ago when I talked to her, so I can't remember the lady's name I can't remember how we communicated to even look it up. But the one I talked to was the mother of Cotton's daughter, and he only has the one. I just feel like you say somewhere between two. I think if somebody said something to Laura, like that's why I wonder what's in the previous messages there, because PG likes to just clip little certain spots, and put up conveniently. And the way Laura puts it, it looks like she's bringing it up. But I don't know. Like, who would have messaged? I guess people could message her randomly and just, maybe somebody just messaged her that and she just went with it and it just triggered her, Saying Fred on the live Cotton now. Who's saying that? Is that PG saying that? She was trying to say just a week ago that Fred and Laura was responsible for her summer. So I don't know why Laura would be having anything to do with her, but I imagine, though, I can only imagine that people are probably sending Laura messages that are completely untrue, just trying to trigger her and get her upset, and I wish people wouldn't do. He is supposedly still using, and you never know what's going on in somebody's like life at that time, and I'm not trying to rub anything in anybody's face. There's no reason to do that. She also said Fred told Laura you were pregnant. She also said Fred told Laura you were pregnant. She also said Fred told. She being PG? I don't believe that that's really Cotton's ex-wife is what I'm saying. I don't believe that because I talked to his ex-wife and she never told me anything like that at all. Nothing like that. So that's very odd. They don't have that relationship like that. Like they didn't have that close relationship. Because like I said, a year ago I talked to Cotton's ex-wife, so that doesn't make sense that you've not spoken to Laura in 2 months. Yeah, he hasn't spoken to her. It's been a while. Destiny, did your package arrive? So supposedly Laura's saying Fred is the one that said I was pregnant. No. I even asked Fred straight up. I'm like, did you try to upset her and say such? He didn't. He just isn't like that. What the heck? I don't know. Well, that's funny because nobody said I was pregnant, so PG. It's so weird that she wants to put out that I'm pregnant and then turn around and say I can't even afford a cat food. How can I afford? What is a good point, but at the same time, I'm not pregnant. So why the fuck are you even talking about that? Weird. Okay. Did I miss anything? Destiny last night. PG was not right here. Oh, okay. I already read that. Yeah, it's like, why are we even discussing? Why are we even saying that when I'm not even pregnant? Why are you talking like that? That's what pisses me off. It's like, why? There's no reason to even talk about whether or not I can afford it or not because I'm not pregnant. It's just stupid. If I was like, I would be I wouldn't be hiding it. Now I wouldn't be probably putting it out at first. Talking all kinds of shit. Yeah, it's crazy. How do you get yourself so amped up like that? I haven't watched any of it, but how do you get yourself so amped up about something, like upset about me supposedly being pregnant and how I'm going to take care of it? It's like, where the hell do you even get this? Like, nobody even told you. You're making this up in your own head. I just don't understand it. I don't know how people come up with this stuff. And yeah, I would have but see, even if I were, I wouldn't even probably even know at this point. So it's just weird that PG would know if I was, or and even know my baby's gender. She supposedly, so PG's done my whole gender reveal. Thanks, PG. And of course, Jinkies told everyone you were too. Are you freaking for real? Yeah, that's this. I'm disappointed. That's disappointing, though. I used to like Jinkies, but the more I've seen, the more I see that she's just involved in she's drama like Daisy. She's just not as out there with the. I guess is obvious. Now I see it very clearly, but at one time I didn't see it. I thought that she just tried to mind her own business and just do her thing over there. But putting out there that I'm pregnant is so irresponsible. Or, spreading something that is why are you putting out something that I'm saying is not true? She was blaming Fred for not that. Well, she better blame herself, because it was actually her that was the reason the kids got taken away. Um, yeah, it was actually Laura got the kids taken away. Originally, it what had happened, when it happened, it was because her mother had called CPS, had just knew that Laura was on pills. When they got there, see, Fred was in jail when the kids got taken away, and then when they got there, Laura was all fucked up to death. And there was a pill, they found a crushed pill or on a plate or something under her bed or something like that, and that's why the kids got taken. That was that incident that in so it's yeah. But we don't I'm not gonna she did say okay. She doesn't seem herself to me lately, like the last month or so. Is it me? Oh, who's that, Plant Diva? Who are you meaning specifically? Hey, Kathy. Well, I don't want to like be put who's is this person's blame or that person, whether it's I wasn't even gonna go there. You know what I mean? But if we want to, that's what is so crazy. It's always the ones that's at fault that are like sitting there trying to push the blame on somebody else. I mean, the documents have been put out there, so. But it is a confusing story. It took me a long time to understand it all, so I can't blame people for confusing it all. But it doesn't help with the actual person involved is putting out lies for some weird reason. I know her absolute lies for a fact. Certain things that Laura supposedly said about Fred, I know for absolute fact aren't true. So, I mean, it's coming through out of PG, so I don't know what to think. I mean, yeah, she has these calls and stuff too, so, and I've heard her say it doesn't make sense. I guess she's just upset. I mean, I understand why she's upset and stuff like that, or I get it, but really, it's that she has nobody to be upset about. I didn't do anything wrong to her. Neither did Fred, actually. But we're just, I try to just like not talk about it all and stuff, just to respect her. But if she's gonna put out straight out lies, she's drinking right. Not that there's anything wrong. Is who okay? Kathy Gordon. Oh, are you asking if Kathy is okay? I believe so. I mean, she's got a lot going on right now, for sure. Right, Carrie, exactly. I can put myself in people's shoes and I can see why, Laura is hurt and would be hurt and stuff, but it's just, the truth is the truth. And I don't want to sit there and be like, oh no, it's your fault, this happened or anything like that, or I'm sure I know she's actually already hurt. I've seen her cry about the kids and stuff not being around. So I don't want to like push. I'm not trying to rub it in or anything, but if I know something's a lie, I'm going to say it. But it doesn't help. And see, what's happening is people are playing on that, Carrie. That's what's messed up, is people are playing on her emotions. And of course, that's what's really sick. PG's playing on her emotions and really is not helping her, is hurting her, making her think things that aren't true and getting her upset. That's what's happening, is my opinion, is PG's telling her all these lies, getting her all worked up and getting her all upset, so she'll sit there and just spew bullshit, that PG can later use in one of her piece of shit shows. That's what I thought. She wasn't going to be talking to PG anymore, but see, I don't know what happens is not just PG, but others like from that whole camp, the Ziggy hate train, sit there and message her bullshit and get her going, making her think certain things. And on top of that, she's probably using, you know what I mean? So she's going to be off like emotionally, not thinking straight. So people are playing on that and using it to their advantage, so they have for clicks and views on YouTube. And it's just messed up. But what she's doing, PG's flipping it to try to make me the bad guy. But no, PG, you are, because you're using something that's difficult situation for her. You're using her grief for your own benefit. Is what really is happening. That's the truth. You don't care at all what it's doing to Laura, as long as you have a story. PG says if she hurts people with these lies, if it causes PG to find out what happened to Summer, that's justified. Okay. Oh, thank you, Linda. When you announced you were dating, PG was fine with it and said she hoped you were happy. Then you got married and she lost it. I didn't get it. Yeah. It just depends on what gives her the best. At that time, like who she's upset with and what gives her the most views, what gives her something to talk about. She doesn't have any integrity, and when you have no integrity and you don't care to just sit there and lie blatantly about somebody. What's sick is the extreme that people go, because I'm sure that Laura is really hurting, and on top of that using. So why are people going to, and why are they going to use that as a way to get her all going, and amped up and upset so that she'll say stupid things when she's mad? That's what I'm guessing is happening. And people are making Laura think that certain things are happening or being said that are not happening or being said. Are those messages months old? That's what I'm wondering, Moonshine Girl. But the thing is, I was wondering about that too, but then Fred heard from somebody that knows Laura and is a mutual friend of both Laura and Fred. And Fred talked to this person, and they were saying that Laura was actually upset, that they witnessed Laura upset about thinking that she thought I was pregnant or something. And this was recently. So I guess I guess she's recently been talking about it to people, even locally. There was a woman on a panel that said Laura blocked her because she thought she was the one that told PG or preggers. I said Laura blocked her. Laura spreading that when we first got married. Yeah, but those messages between you and the mutual friend, Fred, that was recently, right? When that person was telling you that Laura was flipping out because saying I was pregnant and stuff like that. Those were recently. Yeah, so I guess I don't understand it. I don't know why Laura's talking to PG still after all the shit that PG has said on her. I have no idea. But of course, in a way, Laura's looking at me and Fred as the enemy, when really we're not her enemy. At least I'm not at all. I mean, Fred has his issues with her and whatever, but I don't have any reason to sit there and dog Laura. And I'm not going to be so quick to take the bait thinking that Laura's saying this and Laura's saying that until I see absolute proof, because I just don't trust PG, and I've seen how it works here on YouTube. Okay, so anyways. Cam posted an update recently. Hey, Ziggy, what's up? Do you listen? I do like the band Evanescence. Yeah, whatever makes... I wish she would find somebody who was sober that she could help get her on the right track, but... Huh. See? Yeah, Laura told somebody here from a message from a source, I'll just say, a source just now. I just heard that Laura told them that PG is a liar and that she hasn't talked to PG in a long time. So I don't know what to think, but it's weird because I do know that a local who talks to Laura regularly, that local was just literally telling Fred that Laura was acting all upset that I was pregnant. So I don't know why Laura would think that. No, I'm not going on camera tonight. We're going to talk about this crazy dude on the screen. Nice to see, like I said, that he looks healthier, but he's going to sit here and blatantly lie to you guys, and it really just makes me so mad because these are the type of people... It just makes me so mad because I really, really thought that him and Allie were good people. Like, I truly always defended them and just thought that they, for the best... I just thought he tried to be an honest person. But right here, and I've seen, not just right here, over the past several months, I've seen him straight up lie. Blatantly. And I know it's a freaking lie for sure. And he's sitting here gaslighting people. And it just pisses me off because somebody who's straight up lying, and it's, you know, for a fact they're lying, and to see them gaslight people and then believe it when you have been labeled a scammer because of lies and people just because of their hate, you know, I don't know. It just seems like the people who really are the scammers for somehow, like, it's like that whole in plain sight thing. Right, Linda? That's all we can do. That's all we can do. I would still help Laura to this day. Like, I just can't be around the whole drug stuff. So here we're gonna watch Cam. For those of you who don't know, he's from Kraken Cases, him and his wife, and they covered Summer Wells, and they were big into the case here on YouTube, and they even were featured on WJHL a couple times, and yeah, we're doing really well and stuff, and he's had a history with addiction, and he just has spiraled. And certain things have come out about them that they're not exactly who they portrayed themselves as. And, but anyways, they had CPS had got involved in our life because their kids went to their grandparents for a visit, and the kids started telling them of drug use and this and that's going on, and plus the child's hair was all like a rat's nest, and there was just lots of warning signs. So yeah, CPS was involved, and their kids got taken, and Cam they've tried to play off that it's all a lie and that Cam's mom's a liar. Everybody's a liar, and they just are just haters trying to ruin them and stuff. And it's sad. I wouldn't want anybody's kids like taking away. That's so sad, you know. But I cannot sit here and stand to watch him lie purposely straight to people's faces, saying that, basically trying to say his charges were dropped, and he isn't. It's not true. That thank you to those who stood by him and supported him and believed in them and stuff like that. Like, sit here lying. His case, here, actually, maybe we should show the charges first before we listen to that. So we're gonna watch Cam sit here that his charges, he did not get charged. It's all gonna be dropped. That he told you so, and ha ha, basically. This is one of two of these charges. He has two cases of abusing a child at disregard for life, which is a class 6 felony. And here on August 1st, he took a plea, no contest plea, which means you don't admit to be guilty, and you don't say non-guilty. You don't say either. You just say you recognize that there's enough evidence to convict you if you were to take it to trial. And so what he did is him and Allie both took the same plea of no contest. And when they did, because they took that plea, the state gave them the option to have their sentence deferred, or to have the charge, or to have this whole case deferred. So basically, they're deferring this for 2 years, and they're going to watch their behavior for 2 years while they're on supervised probation to begin upon sentencing. So right now, they're on 2-year probation right here. This does not mean that they're not guilty. So if they can remain clean, sober, do the right thing for the next 2 years, then the charges will be dropped completely. And it will be like it never happened. Okay? But so he's going to try to gaslight you guys into believing, because people who don't know the law and how this works, because this is since he's a first offender, him and Allie are first offenders, they get the option to have deferred disposition. Is that how you say it? For some reason, I can't ever say it right. But basically, if they mess up within the next 2 years, yeah, then it's no deal. It will not be dropped from their record. But this is just like a one-time deal that is offered by the courts for first-time offenders, and it's routine. Does not mean that he's not guilty, but that's what he's about trying to tell you here in this video. He's full of shit, and it pisses me off. So here we go. Listen to him try to gaslight everybody and making them think that Oh, we're good. We're all good. I thank you guys so much. Thank you for all my supporters. Thank you. It's like this acceptance speech. I appreciate all those that, had our backs, and we told you guys, just like we told you, we're not guilty, and this is proof, and it's all dropped. He said over a period of time it will all be dropped. Yeah, 2 years from now. If you don't mess up. It's just the freaking standard. It's a, they don't have to offer this to you. And that means you have to stay clean for 2 years. I hope you do the right thing and stay clean. This is an opportunity for Allie to probably be able to keep her nursing license too. In the meantime, I'm guessing it's probably suspended. I don't know. I'll have to look. I don't know what happens to her license in the meantime and if she can practice. Probably not, but in a couple years, it will, if she does everything right, it will be just dropped off her record like it didn't happen. And it doesn't mean that it didn't happen.
Respect one another.
So guys, wanted to do a quick update with you guys. So, as I told you before, all this stuff that me and Allie were charged with did not come to pass. We were not found guilty. We were not convicted. And
see how he's saying that? See how he's gonna, we weren't convicted. Yeah, because it's deferred for 2 years. There's stipulations. You took a plea. That's part of the plea. Part of the deal. Since you decided to take the plea, that's what they offered you for taking the plea and not taking it to trial. That's an agreement.
Dismissed after a certain period of time.
Yeah, it'll be dismissed after a certain period of time. 2 years. That's if you don't mess up. And with your track record lately, Cam, I hope you do the right thing. And I hope this is a great opportunity for you. I hope you do the right thing and you're able to get your kids back and get this dropped off your record. That will be amazing, especially for Allie, who is not a felon. This is a good opportunity for her. Especially since she has the nursing license and stuff like that.
People that were hating and thinking they knew so much about our situation, they were wrong.
No, they weren't wrong. See, this is denial, and that's what pisses me off. It's like he's still in denial. He's not owning up to it. Like, you cannot change or get better unless you're honest. You're only as sick as your secrets. He might just be using his methadone right now because it looks like he's gained weight and stuff. So that's good, I guess. But I hope he can do what's right. But the thing is, he's not going to be able to recover if he's going to sit there and lie to people and keep these secrets, and try to act like, oh, he didn't do anything wrong and blah, blah, blah. And I told you so. See, I told you so. No, that's not how it works, Cam. We're in the true crime community. And I hope to God people are not going to he's not going to gaslight a whole bunch of people into believing that the charges were actually dropped.
On another note, truly blessed. Things are going in a positive direction for me and Allie both. I think you all would be mind blown if I could really tell you what we're actually doing. and what's been happening for us. But just wanted to like just come in briefly and say thank you guys for the ones who have prayed, for the ones who have been positive towards us through these difficult times.
Yeah, he'll have to. They'll make him get a job. So I did hear something about them working at a liquor store or something, which is kind of, when you're on probation, they're weird about working the alcohol thing. It just depends. But yeah, he's on probation, so it's not like it's just dropped off his. If you're having to do something, like if you're punished in some way and you're on probation, then there's a reason. There's a reason why he's on probation for 2 years, and if he completes the probation, then they're going to drop the charges. And that's really the truth, Cam. It's not that, oh, you're not guilty and it did not come to pass. He's trying to manipulate with his words and the way he's saying things. Because so technically they didn't come to pass because it's deferred for 2 years. He's leaving certain things out.
And the ones who didn't flip-flop and turn their backs on us and slander us and kick us when we were down, we appreciate you. Mm-hmm. And for the ones who did do that, we forgive you. You know what? We're all humans. We all make mistakes, and my mistakes are no better than your mistakes.
See, that's what pisses me off. Is like, but that's true. That is true. We are all humans, and we all do make mistakes. And that's what pisses me off, is he's seriously going to sit here and lie and manipulate people and be like, oh, I forgive you. I forgive you all for who lied about us. And it's just so ridiculous. He's like literally sitting here making people, trying to paint a picture that's completely untrue. He's not telling things exactly how they are. He's still being deceitful. What's on his face? I know, that's the exact thing I was saying. He always says these filters and stuff, that these weird filter he's using.
Each other with love, dignity, and respect. That's all I got. Keep on cracking, guys. God bless.
You're a liar, dude.
Respect one another.
So, guys, wanted to do a quick update with you guys. So, as I told you before, all this stuff that me and Al charged with did not come to pass. We were not found guilty. We were not convicted. And will actually be dismissed after a certain period of time.
Why didn't you say after 2 years, Cam? And why is it going to be 2 years? Why don't you be honest and tell the truth? A person who's innocent doesn't have to do probation for 2 years. There's a reason why you have to. Because you were afraid, because there was evidence that could convict you on these charges. And so you decided to take a plea. This is standard. This is how the law works here in America. Because you were afraid, because of the evidence that was stacked against you, you decided, both you and this is the same. I'm not going to pull up Allie's too. It's the same on hers. You can go up to pull up the Virginia court case information yourself and go to Washington County and put in their information. They both have 2 charges of disregard for human life, child abuse, level 6 felonies, and they both have been afforded the privilege of having the charges dropped if they complete these certain stipulations within the next couple years, which is, I'm sure, some kind of counseling. I'm sure it's keeping a, you have to pay certain things, and it doesn't matter. Like, they want you to have it. You have to get kind of, they'll get on him about having to work like at what they call probably a regular job. I don't know if they'll let him do social media, but he hasn't been doing it anyways. So, yeah, I mean, it's good to see that he's got his face is fuller and stuff like that. That's how you can tell that he's not doing his speedballing and not on some kind of binge. Feeling a little judgmental. I know, and I'm trying not to be judgmental because I've been there. I've been in addiction. And I would, if it's just sad because unless you are honest and own shit, you cannot recover. Like you put here, we do recover. Yeah. Well, another thing that comes from NA, Narcotics Anonymous, and another thing they say is you're only as sick as your secrets. And you can't truly recover if you're going to keep secrets and not own up to your mistakes, because you can't fix them if nothing's wrong. If something's not broken, then it doesn't need fixed. So you're sitting here not fixing something because you're trying to make yourself believe that, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. Nothing to see here. We didn't relapse. Our kids didn't have drugs in their system. My mom didn't have to chop off my daughter's hair because it was the worst rat's nest scene in all time. He doesn't want to own the facts. He doesn't want to own the truth. I understand why you wouldn't want to own that, because it's bad. Cam, I get it. But you get way more sympathy with the truth than sitting here trying to lie to us and make us seem like, treat us like we're stupid. That's so funny. Fred just showed me, remember that account that we think's Ernie Shell, one of his decoys that messages Fred, named Mary Scott. And Fred just sent me a screenshot of how this girls or boys, whatever, the profile has a woman's picture and stuff, and a woman's name, and has called Fred, and Fred accidentally answered and immediately ended it. But he saw a woman on the screen, the woman that's in the picture. So I don't know if Ernie has some crazy like ninja weird shit over there that I don't know. Or if he has some woman that's like messaging Fred. Anyways, this fake profile or whoever it is updated their profile picture, and it says Mary Scott updated his profile picture. It says Mary Scott updated his profile picture, and then there's this picture of this blonde woman. So that's funny. And this is profile messages Fred and says, please talk to me, Fred. I'm going to unalive myself. And oh my gosh, just the craziest stuff. And you could tell it's so crazy and out there. It's totally stuff that Ernie would say. I know there are people that do that for Fred. That's why I'm saying, or that would do that for Ernie. Did I say Fred or Ernie? Anyways, there are women that do that for Ernie. So and the woman does kind of look familiar, and I can't place how I feel like I have seen her through Ernie somehow, but I just can't think of how. Well, I kind of feel like it's Ernie and this woman working together, like that, because this person, whoever it is, seems kind of, it's crazy. But some of the stuff that she says is hilarious, though. Like, she'll be like, please, Fred, I love you. You're the love of my life. And then, who was it that sent her a message? Oh, yeah. Kathy messaged her one time and told her to stop messaging her husband, is what Kathy was saying. She's like, and this profile, this decoy, as Ernie likes to say, was like, oh, I'm sorry, Ziggy. I'm sorry, Ziggy. It wasn't really me, but it's a woman that acts like she knows me, acts like she knows Fred, but then she just says crazy things that, like, total Ernie type things to say. He must keep himself entertained in with all these little things he's got, these decoys and the little fake profiles he has and stuff. He says he's 4 or 5 women talking to Fred because he likes pretty pan. Ew! That's sick! Ew, no, that's Don Wells. He's confusing. He's getting his people mixed up. No, that's Don Wells that's into the panties thing. He has 4 or 5 women talking to Fred because he likes pretty panties. Ernie, you are such a freak. See, that's the thing is Ernie thinks that Fred's going to fall for it because he thinks, oh, all guys are as perverted as he is. He thinks that, oh, Fred must be this big pervert because, oh, well, that's how Ernie thinks. So that must be how everybody thinks. Ernie always is talking sexually. Do you guys notice that? He's hyper sexually focused. It's kind of concerning at times. He says the woman talking to Fred are in their drawers. Maybe they are. He sent pictures. This woman sent pictures of, like, and some of them I think she might have been in, like, in a bikini or something. But Fred doesn't really respond. Like, sometimes he'll be like, what was it he said? Why don't you, I don't know. He just usually just doesn't respond. He just looks at it and we laugh. And Fred will screenshot him and send it to me and we just laugh. He doesn't usually respond. Hypersexuality goes along with bipolar too. Oh, really? You know, that's another thing they said with, like, Gypsy Rose, that supposedly with her, whatever condition that she has, like, supposedly hypersexuality is like a symptom of it. But anyways, I'm all over the place from Ernie to Cam to whatever. I wanted to go over this video, and I'm not trying to rub anything in Cam's face or make him try to make him feel horrible, but you've got to, in order to he's sitting here tagging We Do Recover, which is a Narcotics Anonymous like tagline, while he's sitting here blatantly lying to you and not accepting. And honesty is really big in Narcotics Anonymous, and it's kind of like somebody like hiding behind the Bible, like Prayer Garden. You know, they'll sit there and they'll quote the Bible and certain things, pick and choose what things of the Bible fits their narrative, while they're sitting there at the same time violating a gazillion other things in the Bible. You know what I mean? But they'll sit there and they'll showcase the quotes from the passages from the Bible that fits their narrative at that time. But they'll sit there and be, committing all kinds of other sins. Same thing Cam's doing here, except with Narcotics Anonymous, sitting here using their taglines, but yet not following their program. Honesty is like the number one. The first step in the Narcotics Anonymous program is accepting that you have a problem, and he just doesn't want to accept that. And he won't accept that it's like, how are you not going to accept that you relapse and use if you're on methadone? Why are you on methadone? You know what I mean? You wouldn't have to be on methadone unless you were using. And Allie is also on methadone. Why is Allie on methadone? I didn't think she was the addict. We'll come to find out, Cam's family saying they're both recovering or both heroin addicts. So I don't know what to believe of their story about how they met and all that and what's really, really true. And I don't really care, but I think it's messed up that he needs to. Cam, you need to, and Allie too, especially, you guys need to do the right thing here and be honest. Because if they sit there and they want to continue to gaslight, I will sit here and call them out every single day. Okay, maybe not every, but I'm just saying. I probably will get irritated and go live about them until the further future, until it changes, which if it doesn't change, then Mary Scott, who we believe is one of Ernie's decoys, messaged Fred earlier and said, "Hello, Fred. I got a surprise for you. I hope you reply me." I was shocked at how bad Allie was. I felt so bad after I saw her. Remember, she was sound asleep and I couldn't wake her. And I know, that was crazy. That was. It's like, is she going to wake up? He had to sit there and yell for her to wake up forever. And that's totally a sign or a symptom of somebody using opiates, which they've already admitted that they're on methadone. That's what it seems like. Methadone does that. Methadone is one of the worst. I mean, as far as opiates, it's one of the strongest opiates there are. And it stays in your system the longest. And Really, Mary Jane? I really, I don't know. I guess he fooled me. I really believed that until that time when they started backing the circle jerks and trying to say, act like I was a scammer and stuff and really push that. And then that's when the circle jerks decided to do a fundraiser for Cam and Allie. And then I saw Cam and Allie, suddenly it was like they jumped on Ziggy hate train for their benefit, and it just was gross. So ever since then, I've kind of, and I'm a very forgiving person and stuff, but that was it. And just for him to turn around and do this stuff, sit there and gaslight people, it just pisses me off after the shit he said about me. I don't know. It's just hypocritical. I know, right? And he tried to make it trust and believe. I don't like prayer garden. Prayer gardens, wait, is even a worse liar than Cam. What's right is right. And I'm sure it was not prayer garden that caused Allie to lose her job. If prayer garden called there, she probably was one of many. He wouldn't know for a fact it was prayer garden. We don't even know for a fact who prayer garden is, for a fact. So, all right, guys, it's 3:33, and I'm going to go for the evening. I wanted to come on and bless you with my presence for at least an hour or so. Just teasing. It's just been a weird couple weeks. This waiting feeling. Waiting for news. Still waiting. We thought we would have a date, like a specific date, and it's not like that. It's basically when they contact us and let us know, Good night, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.